we are now in the election season. So as you know, there are 3 ways you can vote in New York this year. You can mail in your ballot as long as you request it by October 27th. You can vote early, which started Saturday and goes till November 1st, or you can vote in person on November 3rd. So I guess from a pandemic point of view, is it recommended to vote early or to mail in your ballot?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is something that's going to be specific to everyone's individual situation. It's also going to depend on the levels of community transmission in your neighborhood, in your particular area. So it's a combination of factors, which is why I hesitate to sort of make a blanket recommendation for one mode of voting over another. So for people that, for example, are in high-risk categories or categories for high risk for severe consequences for COVID, these are, folks who may want to consider mailing in the ballot and not going in person to vote. So if you're high risk, if you happen to be in a neighborhood with rising number of cases, so which increases the likelihood of coming down with COVID as a result of in-person interaction, those are factors that you want to consider. But for other people, in-person voting is the way to go. It's a way to be connected to the community. I know for myself, I plan to vote in person on election day, and I just prefer. I live in an area where community rates of transmission had been going down, but they're now getting under control again, thankfully. And there are things that we can do to reduce the risk from in-person voting. So we can all wear masks, and we also can try to maintain distance from other people when we're going in to vote. And then also once we voted, the key is to leave, so not congregate. We expect to have very large crowds for voting. We're already seeing this all around the country. And we are also, if people were watching the news, I know I was watching the news around early voting in New York City, we could see that there was a lot of crowding and very long lines for early voting already this past weekend. So we want to do what we can to minimize that crowding for voting. And so I don't know if this is the time. I can also, I wanted to also promote the fact that we are actually at Dear Pandemic doing a weekly voting series. So how to stay safe while voting. It's our Tuesday. These are posts that appear on Tuesday. And it's a weekly voting series that we've been doing now, for about a month now, maybe a little over a month. And we're going to keep going until Election Day next week. And so people that want more details, other than what I'm providing here, because of limited time, I won't say too much more, but they can get more details about how to stay safe while voting, and also around the details about different voting methods through our Dear Pandemic page.
Okay, awesome. And related to that, staying safe while we go vote, I kind of always feel like I'm not doing enough. Is it safe to volunteer at the polls, or maybe help an elderly person get to their poll if they're high risk? I don't know what's allowed now, I guess.
Yeah. So in terms of poll workers, so this is a major need. In past years, many of the poll workers were individuals who were retired, perhaps elderly. And so we relied on these individuals in our community to serve as poll workers. And many have opted against doing that kind of work this year, understandably, because of the high risk associated with of the consequences of COVID if they are to get sick. So because of that, there is a shortage of poll workers. So what we're doing this year is encouraging younger people to become poll workers to fill that need. It's not a zero risk situation. There is some risk. Poll workers are interacting with the community, with other people, but again, wearing masks, maintaining distance, and still getting out there. If you're young and healthy, if you can participate in that process and help out as a poll worker, then we do highly encourage that.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, I feel better about it.